Hello everyone. Today we are discussing the topic called counter type ADC. So in previous videos already we have studied about the brief introduction to the ADC and as well as dual slope ADC. So in today's lecture we are going to understand about counter type ADC and what are the advantages, disadvantages of counter type ADC and what is the working principle of counter type ADC. So let us start our lecture. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. So with this positive note I will start my lecture. So the counter type ADC uses DAC, that is the components used in the counter type ADC is the DAC and comparator and binary counter. So as the name itself, it is the counter type ADC. Why means it uses the counter in order to convert the analog signal into the digital signal. That's the reason it is the counter type ADC. So in counter type ADC we are having the binary counter, the DAC, that is digital to analog converter, and comparator. Here the output voltage of the DAC is VD, which is equivalent to the corresponding digital input to DAC. So the following figure shows the n-bit counter. So with the help of diagram we will understood the operation of the counter type DAC. So here it uses the components called, this is the binary counter, and here I am having the DAC, and this is the binary counter, and this is the comparator circuit, and this is the AND gate. So in the note they are given that the output voltage of the DAC is VD, which is equivalent to corresponding digital input to the DAC. So whatever the binary counter will give the output in the form of digital value. That digital value is given as input to the DAC. The DAC converts this digital voltage into its equivalent analog voltage, and this analog voltage is compared with the input voltage whatever we are giving, and according to that the comparator will give the output either high or low. So here the counter type ADC is mainly having binary counter, DAC, comparator and clock or AND gate. So depending on the output voltage we are getting from the digital to analog converter, this voltage will be compared with the analog input. So if the non-inverting terminal voltage is greater, then the comparator input will be high and the output of the logic gate will be high, and the binary counter starts it counting, and according to that it will give the certain digital output, and this digital output is again given to the DAC, and again the DAC converts that digital output into the analog voltage, and that analog voltage will be compared with the analog input whatever we are giving, and according to that the comparator output will be high or low, and the same process repeats. So in order to understand the operation, first initially let us say the reset pin is applied. So whenever the reset is applied, the binary counter is resetted. That means the output of the binary counter is 0 0. So whenever the output of the binary counter is 0 0 means the output of the DAC is also 0. So whenever the output of the DAC is 0 means if this 0 voltage is lesser than the whatever we are giving the analog input, then the comparator output will goes high, otherwise it will be low. So that signal will be given to the input, and according to that the binary counter starts working, and in this way the counter type ADC works. So counter type ADC is having the binary counter, DAC, comparator and AND gate. Initially we are applying the reset signal, so the binary counter is set to 0. So whenever the output of the binary counter is 0, the DAC is also giving the voltage is 0 volts, and that 0 volts will be compared with the analog input whatever we are giving. According to that, the comparator will give either high or low output, and that should be given to the AND gate, and according to that the binary counter will increment the count or decrement the count. So this is the working of counter type A to D converter. So the n bit binary counter is initially set to 0 by using the reset command. Therefore the digital output voltage is 0 and the equivalent voltage VD is also 0 volts, because here the output of the DAC is VD. So the VD is also 0 whenever the reset pin is applied. Whenever the reset command is applied, the binary counter output is 0. So according to that, this VD value is also 0. So when the reset command is removed, the clock pulses are allowed to go through AND gate and are counted by the binary counter. The D2A converter converts the digital output to an analog voltage and applied as the inverting input of the comparator. The output of the comparator enables AND gate to pass the clock. The number of clock pulses increases with time, and the analog input voltage VD is rising in staircase waveform. So once you observe this, so whenever reset pin is removed, then the clock pulses are applied. So whenever the clock pulses are applied, the binary counter starts working. So according to that, it will generate some digital voltage. That digital voltage is given to the DAC circuit. The DAC circuit will convert these digital voltage into the analog voltage, and that should be compared with the analog input voltage, and according to that the comparator output will be our logic high or logic low. So in this way, logic high or logic low. So in this way the comparator will give output, and that should be given to the clock signal. So this process continues. So this is the working of the counter type ADC. So with the help of diagrams we can understand. So here, whenever the reset signal is high, in the sense the counter is 0, so the analog output voltage is 0. So whenever the reset signal is low, so and we are applying the clock pulses also. So whenever the reset signal is low and the clock pulses are applied, so already in the weighted resistor type DAC and R2R ladder type DAC we are studying about DAC, that is the output of the DAC is the staircase waveform. So whenever the reset is inactive and we are applying the clock pulses to the AND gate, in that case the output of the DAC is like this. So after some time, if you apply the reset, then the DAC output goes to the 0, because the counter stops working and the DAC output will become 0. So what are the advantages of these counter type A to D converter? So counter type A to D converter is simple, easy to design, because it needs only 2 to 3 circuits. Those are binary counter, DAC and comparator, AND gate, and speed can be adjusted by adjusting the clock frequency. So depending on the clock pulses applied at this AND gate, the binary counter also starts working. So by adjusting this clock frequency, we can adjust the speed of the counter, and faster than the dual slope ADC. So compared to dual slope ADC, it is somewhat faster. So counter type ADC conversion time is given by 2 power n minus 1 t. So the conversion time of the counter type ADC is given by 2 power n minus 1 t. For example, for 3-bit counter type ADC, it requires 2 power 3 minus 1 clock cycles. That is 2 power 3 equal to 8 minus 1, that is 7 t. So the conversion time for counter type ADC is the 2 power n minus 1. So for 3-bit ADC, it is 3-bit counter type ADC, it is 2 power 3 minus 1, that is 8 minus 1, that is equal to 7 clock cycles. But it is having one disadvantage, that is nothing but, for example we are taking some ADC, and that is used to count the some 4-bit ADC, 4-bit counter type ADC. So we are counting up to 100, that 100 is equal to the 8. So the DAC output will be like this. The DAC output is the staircase waveform. So already we are studying about the DAC in the previous lectures like this. So after counting 1000, it will reset to 0. It will reset to 0. The counter output will become 0. So if I want to count again one more number, that is 1001, again the DAC starts from initial stage. Again the DAC starts from initial stage, so it will increase like this and it will count the 1001. That is nothing but after every count the DAC output becomes 0. So whenever I want to start another count, the DAC will starting from 0 onwards. So this is the disadvantage of the counter type ADC. So in order to avoid that one, in order to overcome this disadvantage, we are going for the tracking type ADC, servo tracking ADC or tracking type ADC. So in tracking type ADC, what we are doing in the previous one only. So in place of binary counter, I am replacing this binary counter with the up down counter. So whenever I am replacing this binary counter with the up down counter, so if I want to count some number 100, that is nothing but 8. So it will count up to 8. After the counting done, then it will reset. After the counting done, it will stop its working. So if I need to count some greater than 8, that is 9, so 1001. So in order to count 9, the DAC voltage again it will not go to the 0, it will count from 8 only. That is, it will count from 8 only. So in the previous case, after every count the DAC value becomes 0 because it is simply the counter. But here we are using the up down counter. So due to this, whenever first time I am counting the value, that is 8. So here I am applying some 8 volts. So the output of DAC I am getting 1000. 8 value is 1000. So next time I want 9 volts. So at the input I am applying the 9 volts. So in the previous case, if you apply the 9 volts, the DAC voltage increasing starts from 0. But here in this case, it starts increasing from 8 only because of this up down counter. For example, if I want 7, the 7 digital equivalent number is 111. So previously I am having 8. So it will down the count. Previously it is having 8. So this counter acts as the down counter, then down counter, so the next count will be 7. So initially I am having 8. If I want 9, then this counter act as the up counter, then I will get the 9. So in this way, every time no need to reset the DAC voltage. We will count by the usage of up down counter. So this is the counter type ADC converter. So in counter type ADC converter, we are having the binary counter, DAC and comparator. So whenever we are applying the reset signal, then the counter value will be 0 and that 0 will be converted to the analog voltage with the help of DAC, and that voltage should be compared with the analog input voltage, and according to that the comparator will give the output. So in the second case, this is having the disadvantage is whenever you want to count the new number, every time the DAC voltage should go to 0. So in order to avoid or in order to neglect that effect, we are using the up down counter in place of binary counter. So if you are using the up down counter in place of binary counter, so it will up the count or down the count depending on the input voltage we are applying. For example, the initial voltage is some 8 volts. So if I want to convert the 9 volts analog voltage into corresponding digital equivalent, so at that time the up down counter will act as the up counter. For example, if it is having initially 8 volts, if I want to convert the 7 volts into corresponding digital equivalent, in that time the binary counter acts as the down counter. So that is the tracking type A to D converter. So here the according to time, just this diagram represents advantage of the converter, that is speed. So since the converter never has to reset, so in the previous case every time the DAC converter has to reset in order to count the next number, but in this case the converter never has to reset, so the time will be saving, so the speed will be increased. So thank you all, hope you understood the lecture.